I'm making a squidgy pud.
Oh.
Oh no. So what I'm making
Ah,
is...
from your cookbook?
Yes!
That's why I haven't had it before.
Here we go. Apple, blackberry and elderberry squidgy pudding. So this is an autumnal recipe, obviously because of the elderberries and the blackberries, and I used to do it every autumn. Obviously not since I met you, because I don't think you've had it before. But we have a click and collect tomorrow, don't we? So we are clearing out all of the stuff, and there was some seriously manky apples over there, which you don't want to eat but are perfect for cooking. And in the bottom of the fridge there was some plums sort of feeling a bit sorry for themselves. So I cooked those, and that's going to be the base fruit for this pudding, which is this cooked fruit which you sweeten with jam, and then you cover it in this almond squidgy gorgeous cake mixture, and then bake it in the oven. And luckily the milkman delivered some double cream today, so you're happy, aren't you, Mr. Hackett? Yes, because you get to have a bit of double cream on this pudding. Now, it's a really lovely pudding to have. Great, you know, it's a great Sunday lunch pudding as well if people want to serve that, you know, in the autumn. It's just, oh, it's lovely, it's delightful. Anyway, right, what
So
we
what you
got
got in there?
I've got in here butter and some light brown muscovado sugar. I'll give all the measurements on my recipe on my YouTube page so you can see it then. Normally in the book I would add golden syrup to that as well, because obviously there's not enough sugar in there. But I'm going to add some of this beautiful honey. Do you remember we did the honey buns with it? This is the Bermondsey Street Bees honey. This is a great taste 3-star award honey. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's from Exmoor. So we're going to put a tablespoon of that honey in here, just because we can. And oh, it smells, it's just one of the most beautiful honeys I think I've ever tasted. It's so delightful. We had some on toast this morning. So mix that all in as well. And then we start to beat in the eggs. We've got 4 eggs to beat in. Okay, so I'm going to just do one, beat it in, then you're going to do that magic that you do. Sorry, honey. Oh, it's lovely. And then come back when they're all beaten in. Okay, so we beat in 4 of the eggs, and I'm just going to add 110 grams of self-raising flour into this mixture, and then 110 grams of ground almonds as well. That's what makes this so lovely and squishy and nutty. It's lovely. Right, just put this in. Am I there? Really there? It's going to go to another packet, doesn't it? It always does. So close, John, so close. Luckily I have another massive packet of those almonds. So 110 of the self-raising, 110 of ground almonds. Okay, I'm going to fold that mixture into the eggs, and also I'm going to add just, what does it say, 1 teaspoon of baking powder as well. Because you've replaced some of the flour, the self-raising flour, with almonds, you just need to give it a little bit of help with a little bit more raisin agent. So we'll just put a teaspoon of baking powder in as well. Make sure it's flat, don't want to overdo it. That goes in, just double checking the baking powder not bicarb. Did that the other day. That's my eyesight, that's why I got my glasses on. And then also finally, we'll put a little drop of almond extract in as well, just to give it a really almondy boost. Wish I had the proper extract. This is the sort of slightly cheaper version. The extract's much nicer, but I can't get hold of it at the moment. So we mix this all in nicely together. Oh gosh, it smells amazing. And that's it. So you've got this lovely, oh, can you smell the almonds coming off that, my lovely? Deep, sugary, beautiful, nutty cake mixture to go on top. Right, this is so simple to put together. The next thing is to take a really nice dish. Now, many moons ago, I had my own range of what, you can't get it anymore. And I had a recipe printed on the bottom of it, and it happens to be the same recipe. So I know that it fits in this dish very well. So you actually, what it says in my book is you need a 2 pint or a 1.1 litre oven to tableware pie dish to put the mixture in. Here is the apple and plum mix, okay? I've got just a little bit of homemade jam that we did recently. It's not the best jam in the world, it's perfect for this. Raspberry jam is quite a good thing to use, even for this mixture, I'd say. This is raspberry. I think there's some black currants and blueberries in there. Very barky dog. She's got her friends out there. She can, next door, she can see them. So I'm just going to add just a spoonful of that into here, because that's just going to sweeten up this mixture, because there's no sugar in there at the moment anyway. So that's the apple and plum, looking lovely. Right. Pour that on the bottom of the dish. Make sure that jam's on. There. Squeeze that jam in. Get that carrot going. Get in there. Have you finished, Winnie? Have you finished being so noisy? How noisy are you? Noisy girl. Noisy girl. You are so noisy. Yes. 2 years ago, she came into our life, didn't she? 2 years ago today, we got her as a puppy. Yeah. That first week, it was like having a newborn. It was a nightmare. Oh. Okay, then you just blob your cake mixture all over the top. And then I'm going to put it into the oven. It's done. It's come out of the oven. Do you want to have a nice little look in here? So can you see that gorgeous sponge? That deep, sugary, almondy, gorgeous sponge. And then the fruit underneath. Get some more fruit in the old plate. Lovely jubbly cream from Mr. Milkman today. Just pour a little bit on top, just not too much, because we don't want to overdo it, really, darling. But let's just have a. Should we have a matron moment? Do you know about this? I did a series many years ago called Simply Puddings. Brilliant, actually, and it was on Carlton Food Network. It was a very, very long time ago. It's probably like 1999 or something, 98 even. Anyway, I used to have the director in my ear, so whenever I pour cream over something like this, he said, matron. Because it was so naughty. There we go. Matron. This is for you. I'm just going to try and make sure it's okay, John. Oh. That's a bit special. Oh my goodness me. That's a real... Oh, the almonds. Oh, that just comes through at the end. This is really lovely. I've forgotten how good this pudding is, actually. It's a great way to use up manky fruit. Hanging around in the bowl. So, give this one a go. Recipe up on the YouTube page. But it's a gorgeous pudding to end a fabulous meal and to cheer you up in lockdown.